Theater of the Mind podcasts are not suitable for all ages. Content warnings can be found in the audio description. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind, episode number 27. My name's Mike. I'm your Dungeon Master, and this episode's question from the Ultimate Campfire RPG Card Deck by James D'Amato is, what was your first heartbreak like? Who was it with? And have you ever broken someone else's heart?
My name is Amanda, and I am playing Mel Kelly. Mel, I'm going to say that Mel had a steady boyfriend, probably like junior, senior year of high school or something like that. And before she went off to college, let's not get into details, but basically things got a little bit rough, and he failed to follow through on some promises, which is, in case you haven't noticed, kind of like a don't do that to Mel because it really ticks her off. And then the asshole had the guts to gaslight her, which is another one of those don't do that to Mel, it really pisses her off. And then they went their separate ways. And that's probably why Mel so far has not really dated since, because so far all of the men in her life have just pissed her off. She might have broken somebody else's heart. She doesn't know. She didn't ask. And they didn't tell her.
I'm Jeremy. I'm playing Elliot Brandybane. And Elliot's first heartbreak was in elementary school. There was a neighbor girl that had moved in from out of town, and Elliot just thought she was the prettiest thing. And she was his first kiss when they were like 5th grade. And except for he missed and kissed her on the nose because he shut his eyes and went in with his eyes shut. It didn't work well. Well, later when they went to junior high school, she wouldn't talk to him anymore, and it broke his damn heart. And and this was unbeknownst to Elliot, but it was one of the last days that he rode the school bus his senior year. And there was a girl that had ridden on the school bus with him for like 3 or 4 years. And on his last day, she walked up to him and said, "You know, I've liked you all the years we've been on here, and you've never looked at me once." And Elliot wasn't quite sure what to do because he had stuff on his mind. He was headed into the military, and kind of shrugged and walked away. Hindsight says that he might have broken that poor girl's heart. And unfortunately, time has made it him that he doesn't remember her name.
Yeah, just shrugs and like, okay, whatever.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah,
Bye.
I dated that guy once. Should have said something sooner. Oh, yeah, no, I joined the Air Force. Oh, okay, bye.
Sorry.
No, literally.
Unfortunately, I do get that, but
I
it's
get
not.
it,
Doesn't make it easy. Yeah.
But that's one of those like, well, maybe you should stop pursuing me when you signed that contract.
You sort of dated that chick when she said I was good. I informed her she was wrong.
Right. No,
I'm not moving to Texas.
that's not gonna happen. I am Bernal. I'm playing Olnok Vaga Johnson, and Olnok's first heartbreak isn't as early as elementary school, but it is late middle school, say 8th grade, when his first girlfriend broke up with him. So that he didn't really know how to handle that. We know from previous backstories that romantic relationships have not been swimmingly well for Olnok. But you know, that was his first one. Just being broken up with was odd, and it hurt, right? He acted like it didn't, because you know, that's what we do, you know. But it hurt. And then, whether he's broken hearts or not, he can say with definitive and decisive, fucking whatever word. Anyway,
Those all work.
all of them. absolutely has broken hearts. There was a girl by the name of Winter in his junior year of high school that he tried to break up with in person, but she wouldn't fucking let it go over the phone, so he had to break up with her over the phone, and it was very awkward, and she was very upset, and she cried, and he didn't care anymore because she was an asshole. But, you know, definitely broke her heart.
We say, sorry, I'm really more of an autumn.
No. Because
just isn't my color.
this is based off of a real person, so no, he can't say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we learn more about our characters or each other on this? I mean, I totally made that up.
Had to kick Winter out of his car because she was being very difficult on a particular date night. Anyway, it's not important. That's a story for another time. The most decisive heartbreak, though, will be addressed at another time.
Ooh, intrigue.
It's a bad one. Anyway.
Hello, I'm Downs, and I'm playing James O'Brien. And James had his heart broken in high school, pretty late in the game. Went to the carnival beginning of summer, senior year, and went with his high school sweetheart to the carnival and tried to win her a stuffed animal and failed miserably at it because they're rigged.
Yes.
And decided that he was going to break into the carnival later, steal a present for her, and then went to give it to her the next day and found her with another guy.
Oh, that bitch.
Yep.
One.
Bastard cheated like everyone else.
Did he keep it or did he burn it?
Oh, he burned it, of course. And then led to James's life of crime.
That's his beginning of his villain arc.
And he ran away from home.
No, then after the whole culinary school debacle, James was beginning his life of moving from town to town. And
That was the best sound ever.
I'm trying to stir my coffee. It spilled on me. All right.
I forgot what I was saying.
After
Something about culinary
after
school.
the culinary
yeah.
school debacle.
Yeah, and he was making his way from town to town. A diner that he was working at for quite a while. He was making good friends with a gal that was working back there too. She was a line cook. Swore that they were gonna leave together, but one of his attempts to acquire things went south, and he had to skip town and wasn't able to get to her before he had to leave town.
I find that incredibly hard to believe. All of your heads go so smooth. I can't picture you.
Every time. There's no way he could fail.
Are you sure his background is thief?
His background is attempting thief.
Attempted thievery.
Attempted theft.
He's got a long record of breaking it in.
He occasionally leaves the building with the thing that he went for.
Occasionally. Sometimes
Also,
At
with
the
people
very
right
least,
on
a
his tail.
thing, you know?
Also, the only reason why that whole liquor store thing went south is because someone else made noise.
Hey,
You sure it was someone else?
I'm pretty sure it
I was
was.
pretty sure it was you, but, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't remember.
But anyway,
It's
yeah,
too long ago.
James wound up having to skip town before he was able to meet back up with her. So.
I'm Kasey. I play Emery Lee. I didn't know how to follow that. I'm sorry. Emery has the high charisma. I struggle. I think Emery hasn't had a lot of serious relationships. I think that she had a couple of flings in college with one girl or another that just kind of didn't really go anywhere and weren't very serious. And then she didn't stay in school and kind of fell out of contact with her college friends. And so I don't think that she was necessarily heartbroken by any of those, but I think sometimes she gets a little wistful thinking about, like, well, maybe if things had gone another way, things would have been different.
Yeah.
But
The what ifs really catch up to you.
yeah, exactly. I think that in high school, she probably broke a couple people's hearts. Because again, before you realize that you're queer and you're trying out relationships with people and they don't work and you're not into them, it hurts people.
Yeah. It is very hard to be that clean.
Yeah. So
I don't know why I'm not into this.
But
this
I am not
sucks
at all.
for me.
Yeah.
You're really into it. Bye.
yeah, hers is a different version. Like sucks to suck, right? Like later.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest though, that can happen in other relationship and like straight relationships too.
Yeah.
You're
Absolutely.
totally into this, and I totally never want to kiss you again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. It's not exclusive to the queer experience, but
It's just harder.
You disgust me, right? Like,
yeah.
Well,
I mean, not necessarily,
not
but
that extreme, but there's definitely moments where you're like, I'm really sorry, but no, this is no.
I thought so. I thought maybe, but no. So let's move on. Oh, that really hurt you. My bad. I'm gonna not talk to you again. Sorry.
Friends? Can we shake on that? Just friends? No. Pen pals? No. Okay. Bye.
Okay.
I'll just
Rex
disappear
the
from your
friend
life
group,
forever.
but
Okay.
It's fine. We don't have to talk. It's cool. So yeah.
Awesome. I too don't know how to follow this. Stop being awkward.
It's weird.
So-
It's weird.
Yeah.
Glad to know that we're all relationshiply challenged.
Frankly, what's harder is when you've had more life experience than your character, and you're like, yeah, no, that doesn't apply.
I gotta walk it back. Where? Okay, how
Yeah,
far?
Like, wait, how old was she again?
And just to be fair, this is a group of people who very quickly and willingly abandoned their lives to go on a cross-country jaunt to do a magical quest to save the world.
That is almost
Of
going
course,
to end
we're
in certain death.
relationally challenged.
It's true. Nobody expected us to be normal.
Yeah, none of us went kicking and screaming. We all
We
kinda just
didn't
like,
have
"Oh,
people
okay."
waiting for us at home.
Right. So
Yeah,
you
it's
just leave
like
the
that.
bowl
We
here,
left
right?
with
Like,
no contact.
It's like that chick working for NASA who's going to get launched into space and she knows she's not coming back. And being surprised by, oh, you don't have a husband? Like, yeah, no.
Yeah,
This
like,
is a
I'm not
person
coming
who
back.
doesn't have earthly attachments. She's
Yeah.
fine.
she's like, launch me into space. I don't care, right? Like, she doesn't got much going for her, I would imagine.
I'm not depresso, but like, I don't have kids.
Because I don't drink espresso.
Oh yeah, no attachments for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Cool. Let's go ahead and roll for recap.
Yay, I'll be able to
Ilo.
recap like 5
Let's
episodes ago.
go low.
17.
That 20. Where the fuck was that last episode?
6.
12.
I rolled another 11.
All right.
All right.
So that's me.
You actually earned this.
I did. Not just by virtue of having notes.
I'm sorry, I'm like,
It's like, I did my best. Right.
So I think
I was
halfway
dead
through,
for that
you
episode.
just stop and James has
I don't remember what happened after that. So,
I was at least cognizant for the last episode.
yeah. So this last episode kind of covered our travel between the horse rescue and Kremling. So we were following the Colorado River. We used some cool new travel rules for some skill challenges. James saw a flaming flying horse with a rider go from east to west across the sky that we're fairly certain is as Ash Raphael. Then Mel confronted her patron in the shadows right outside of camp and punched him in the gut and dislocated his elbow and told him to fuck off. Elliot learned a cool new spell, the rope. And we finished our travel, arrived in Kremling. We're planning on going into town to accomplish a couple goals, and we are currently being approached by a woman with a rifle on a horse.
Also, Olnok and James learned that we cannot fly. But apparently Melanie can like float down like a freaking fairy.
She knows how to land without hurting herself. That's more how that went.
I was gonna land on Olnok, but there's not enough cushion to. That's like pure
I probably
muscle.
would have broke your fall. You'd have been all right.
Oh, you would have broken something.
You both would have taken that 15 damage.
Right? You would have still taken the damage, and Allnox
Like,
would
would
have
have taken
doubled.
it twice.
Yeah, that's where we left off.
Excellent. So yes, we'll say late 30s, early 40s age woman is coming up. Again, on horseback, she has a rifle resting on her thigh with a barrel pointed at us. Hand cliche sheriff riding up folks kind of pose.
Does she have like one of those stars, like old school deputy?
No. She's not sorry. She's approaching you guys. This is very clearly not an aggressive, but it's very clearly directed at you guys. She is coming to you. And she hollers out as she's approaching, "Howdy, folk."
Hello.
Yeah, we have a wave.
Yep. Mel waves enthusiastically, as bubbly as she could manage.
Hi.
Howdy.
How you doing, ma'am?
She-
I feel like I need to point out that before we entered city limits, we pocketed the broom and got Jacob back on a horse.
Absolutely.
For probably the first
Good
time in
point.
like 3 days.
He's super sad. He's all bummed out, right?
Yeah, Jacob's on the horse in front of me. Low.
Whatever.
He's probably got blisters in places.
Yeah. He's been
Right?
on that broom
Room's
for a
not very
minute.
wide.
I can understand why he doesn't want to get off of it, though. I mean, that is
what brings you folks to our small town here?
We're mostly passing through on our way east. So this was try not to take the interstate. Lots of mess down there. So
Understandable. We've had a lot of folks coming up from that direction. I haven't had anybody coming out from the middle of nothing.
we got a little crossed up.
Yeah. You guys took at least recently, a hard trip up this way. There's not a whole lot of anything where you're coming from.
beautiful ride though.
Yeah.
I believe that. A lot of good hunting territory out there.
Yeah.
Now you guys are just wanting to pass on through?
Pretty much. We were hoping maybe to make use if there's any kind of forge, blacksmithery kind of make use of some of that, but
We should probably check the horse's shoes too while we're here. You
yeah,
think?
otherwise we're pretty much
Wouldn't hurt.
moving on through. Not planning on sticking around very long.
We'd consider barter for some odds and ends. Our companion here could use a change of clothes. He was in a kind of a rough spot when we picked him up.
Yeah.
And, a few other type things.
Weird time of year to be dressing up for Halloween.
Like we said, he was in a rough spot and made do with what he could find.
Fair enough. Well, welcome to the town of Kremlin. If you're looking for a farrier, we got a makeshift farrier set up on the north side of town here. Moved them up. We moved one into town here. It's kind of makeshift. It wasn't really intended for that purpose. We used to prefer to ride our dirt bikes, ATVs out here, but them ain't working no more. So we bring the farrier out from the ranches and a little bit closer into town. We do have the Kremlin Mercantile open. A feller named Phil Dunlap's out there. He's got some in the way of clothes. Not exactly going to be your highfalutin places like a Kohl's or a Target, but might be able to get you hooked up with some Fred.
Oh, I need a cowboy hat like that
Oh,
sheriff's hat.
you think we could find another pair of boots for you, Aldok, since you wore out your old ones?
Yeah, it's crazy how that happened. That was crazy. It's nuts.
I think they had some worse boots out there.
If you didn't wolf down your food so much.
Yeah.
Most
yep.
awkward response to that comment I could possibly imagine.
Yeah, so we got a couple odds and ends we might be able
Okay.
to pick up.
Now, if you folks end up needing some sleep, the Blue River Inn is accepting guests currently.
Ooh.
It's,
Oh my
Sleeping
god, a bed.
indoors.
That might be
That sounds
fantastic.
decadent.
my boy Chance, I think, is who's working up there.
All right.
If you guys need a bite to eat, The Big Rifle Cafe is open. A feller named John McCann and can hook you up with some grub. And the farrier's name is Bill.
All right, Phil was the guy at the
Ma'am,
bread's
your
place.
name?
Sorry.
My name, I'm Liz Duchesne.
Nice to meet you, Liz.
Nice to meet you folks as well.
We're I'm Emery. That's Mel, Elliot, Olnock, James, Jacob, and Jeff.
Wow, that's a lot of J's.
Yeah,
I
we got
never
a lot of
realized that
J's.
before.
Pleasure to meet you folks. I will say there's not a whole heck of a lot here. We're pretty much just hunkered down, taking care of ourselves out here.
Yeah, for sure.
We're getting a lot of folks coming up from the south, from the east, trying to get away from big cities.
Having a wreck.
That's what we're hearing.
Yeah. Is there anyone from out east still in town?
Oh, without a doubt. I'm sure you'll run into them either at the cafe or the hotel.
We'll have to keep an eye out then, because we're heading that direction. It might be worth getting some recent news out of those areas.
Yeah, if that's the direction you're wanting to head, I would recommend talking with them. You guys coming from back west? Is there any? How's things out that way?
We haven't caught too terribly many of the towns. Last major place we stopped at was Rifle. They're doing okay out there in Rifle.
Got a nice bartering system going.
Yeah, they ran into some odd happenings with some wild animals, but that has since been under control. Have you had anything like that happen here?
Well, there's tale of a cougar taking down some deer in town. You know, folks' dogs go missing on a regular.
Are there were-cougars? Is that a
That's-
thing?
No,
Here, cougars. Here is where
yeah.
they were.
Sorry, she's been on a horse for a minute.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
All right, well, that's good to know. We'll probably definitely take it on the inn if there's cougar hanging around.
Yeah, I don't want to go camping with
Would there happen to be like a hospital around?
Yeah, we got the Kremlin health camp. Hospital's a bit generous, but you know, we can patch up most wounds and whatnot out here.
Cool. Any strange happenings at the hospital?
What do you ask?
I don't really know what you've experienced up here, but if I'm going to be honest with
No,
you,
We
we've
talked
dealt with
about
some weird
zombies.
stuff.
Oh,
That's the one.
yes, those are the ones
Yeah.
we're not
I
talking
wasn't
about.
sure if you. I didn't want to sound crazy.
We're still not used to the whole those things being a common conversation
And we
piece.
really didn't want to scare you off if that hadn't been a thing that had happened yet, and so we were trying not to bring that up.
Oh no, that's an issue.
Okay.
We just don't go to any of the outlying ranches anymore because they're a little fun grab bag of you don't know what you're walking into anymore.
That's
Okay,
fair.
so
I'm
that's
sorry.
something
Glad to
we
have,
need to be
normal
concerned
conversation
about.
this now.
I know, this
Yeah.
is amazing. Have you run across like any were creatures? Not here creatures, but were creatures? Or what about bears with wings?
Or an owl head.
Yeah, we ran into a bear that had like the face of a big ass owl. I know it sounds weird, but
Yeah.
we've already
No.
zombies are a thing.
We've done zombies. We did some weird, scary black ghost critter things.
Oh.
Mm.
Stay
we
away
don't
from
like
those.
those.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
like
they
those.
they hurt.
If you
Yeah,
have
I
silver,
feel like Emery involuntarily
Yeah.
shudders
Yeah.
on
She
her
does.
horse.
Absolutely.
we'll say if
Yeah.
you haven't figured this out yet, if you have silver, that hurts those things.
Yeah, we started burying the dead with silver stakes.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'd do
Seems
it.
to keep them nailed to the coffin.
Yeah, y'all catch on quick. That's good. Like
yeah,
this.
Yeah, we
Good stuff.
appreciate that. That is
There's not a lot of us. We can't afford for the dead to make more dead of us.
That is the problem.
We'll run out of
The undead.
folks
Ye-
mighty quick. out
Yeah.
Even
here.
I know that's not good math.
Yeah. At our peak, we were at about 1,600.
Wow.
Fair few folk decided to leave town because there's a lack of resource out here. We got water.
Man.
You can grow stuff if you work really hard. It's a hard area to grow in. Very rocky soil, very arid.
And a very short growing season.
Yeah. So there's a lot of folk that decided it'd be better to just move on. But there's still some of us.
Good to know. So full disclosure then, we're looking for some kind of forge setup so we can work on silvering some of our weapons. We have a couple that we defend ourselves with, but we're trying to kind of expand that. We've got our own silver,
Oh,
but
okay.
just got a very small setup for working with at the moment.
Fair.
It'd be a lot easier to do in a larger permanent setup.
Fair. Yep. Our farrier there, he's been turning out a bunch of silver nails, silver arrowheads, things of that nature. Once we got on top of the initial issue, we haven't seemed to have a whole heck of a lot of recurrence. That said, we pulled out just about every book in the library had to do with supernatural, and we've done just about everything that any of them books said you should do. Our burial processes are quite extensive now. They take a hot minute.
Do you guys have a list of supernatural things that does and does not actually work?
We're not sure what is working.
Just kind of doing all
Something
of it.
just
in
do
our
'em all.
soup will keep you dead.
Patent pending.
We
Yeah,
salt the corpse. We nail it down with spikes. We soak it in holy water. We
Cut its head off.
cut its head off. We've been pulling out the canines.
So a whole smattering of.
At that
We've been
point,
binding
is it
their wrists.
not worth just like burning the bodies?
We've done that some. Every now and again, the ghosts come back from that.
Really? Oh, and they don't from the other one, from the
They-
rest of it.
Haven't.
All right, that's good to know.
If we're full disclosuring and whatnot with like the whole zombie thing, there's a group of individuals that are way up that way that you probably shouldn't deal with.
They're
Zombies?
No.
No.
Cultists?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cult that
They kind of worship the zombies. It's kind of not great.
yeah, and there's a chance they might head this way. I suggest getting rid of them to the best of your abilities. Socially or otherwise, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, we-
won't judge.
How will we recognize them?
Well,
They
we
look like
rescued
that.
Jeff from them.
They wear
That
those
kind of
kinds of
attire.
robes.
Jeff's
So I'm
alright,
supposed
though.
to watch out for the folks you're bringing into my town.
Well, just this one, and he's reformed. Yeah, that's the right word.
He
He's
helped
not-
us escape from them, and we helped him escape from them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
reform.
helped him escape. Jeff show him.
He's a recovering cultist.
Got to go to CA. Cultists Anonymous.
That's where you learn to get you get your self-respect back.
And he does. He takes his head off as you start talking. Is visibly shocked by the sheer volume of scar. Visible scar tissue on the back of his head.
He didn't want to stay there, I don't think.
Yeah, no, it looks rough. Y'all worship zombies?
They worship the guys that create the zombies.
So murderers.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
like your stereotypical
Well,
cult.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. Oh, Jeff, you probably can answer that better.
It's quite complicated.
It's
as
a
most
weird
cults
time.
Yeah, how much do you guys want me to fill her in on?
are.
I would say the basics, buddy. I don't need to go deep.
Like paint a picture with a really big paintbrush on a very small canvas. I like that metaphor. I'm proud of that.
Well, there's a new god named Amoritar. He's got an undergod named Lord Ashraphael. They bring dead people back to form his army, and he's going to conquer your country.
At least that's what the cult believes.
Yeah.
That's who we're running
Because it
from.
happens a bunch of times.
And
Should have been more
But not
specific.
here.
Yeah.
How
we
is she
have
taking
interest
it?
in-
Yeah, she's.
It sounds insane.
Yeah.
We know. They're a cult. They like the guy that creates the zombies. They're bad news and they hurt people. And those are the important things to know.
And zombies, frankly, are, I mean, with everything else that's gone on, this is not as unbelievable as we want it to be.
No, that's fair. There's a lot of crazy shit going on out here.
I feel like we should just leave it at that.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's probably good. You can stop talking, Jeff.
really
That'd be
sums it
great.
up.
Well, okay. So they all wear black robes like this guy?
Some of them wear red robes.
Some wear red robes.
Especially stay away from
are
those
the
guys.
scary fuckers.
Red robes are the scary ones.
Yeah, the other ones are, eh.
They're the black robes are the underlings, the red robes.
Gotcha.
Candlesticks work great on him. It's fine.
See a horse that's on fire, do not engage.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay.
Remember that whole thing where I said leave it at that?
I felt like that was a necessary warning.
Mentioning
Well,
of
what
Legos.
the just short version is that the zombies are only the tip of the bad stuff iceberg, and we are very much trying to both not be involved and also keep you from being involved. Hence the warning. We will also endeavor to spend a short period of time here.
Hope
We will make as little waves as possible.
hopefully be on our way tomorrow.
Fantastic. That's the kind of folks I like.
So we should probably stop this conversation before we talk ourselves out of a nice warm pit.
Yes. And a foundry, which we need more than the warm bed. I can't even believe I'm saying this.
So, well, folks, as you can see, this ain't a particularly large town. I can guide you around, or pretty sure you guys can
We
find
can
your
probably
way.
Find our way.
Look for the paved road. Most of the places I told you about's on it.
Cool. All right. Well,
Uh,
thank you very much.
That's,
Those-
if anybody asks, Liz said you're good to be around. We are kind of trying to check who's coming in and out, you know.
That's a good idea.
Understandable.
Vet
That's
people.
fair.
Oh,
That's fair.
so. All right, y'all have a good rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Thanks, you as well.
Have a great day, ma'am.
She kind of waves the rifle barrel, like not at you, but just kind of
Just a
shakes
tip.
it in your direction and
Puts the horse
rides
in
off
reverse.
at a.
It beeps. Yeah.
No. Rides off in a leisurely fashion as if she is continuing her perimeter check. Because, yes.
That's what she's doing.
Oh, it was so nice to have a
Inside check
normal
on that perimeter check.
conversation with a human being not trying to kill us.
Not having to explain that magic is real really
Well, not
makes a
necessarily,
difference.
because they still didn't understand the whole weird owl thing. To be fair, I don't really fully accept the whole.
They already
It's-
knew about the zombies though, so that's
That's
leagues ahead
nice.
of rifle.
You know,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, if you had told me before the power went out that there were giant bears that lived in the forest that had beaks and wings, I might have believed you. Like, I don't fucking know what lives in the forest.
Sam
Generally,
Squatch.
not those.
As a chef who spends the majority of his time in a kitchen, I can say with absolute certainty that before all of this shit, those didn't exist.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's like those fish that they thought were extinct for like a millennia. and
Well,
then
that's
they
because
found
that's the
them.
ocean, and the ocean's fucking terrifying.
What? Oh my god! Can you imagine what must live in the ocean now?
Oh my god.
There
I
might
don't
be
wanna
actual
think about
sea
it.
monsters. Ooh.
Glad we're in a landlocked state.
Could the Kraken be real?
Oh, don't put that out there.
And just like that, you hear a little bell, and the kraken comes to life.
That's really bad for all of my fellow Navy guys that were in the ocean.
Do their ships even work at this point?
They would not. No.
So
They're
they
nuclear
have-
powered, but
they
if all
have
power is out,
Worse and bigger problems.
they're
than
just
the
hanging
kraken.
out in the ocean.
I never thought I'd say
With
They
a
that.
don't make
Kraken.
oars big enough.
I'm sad to say it, they were fucked before the Kraken.
The kraken might be a blessing, honestly.
Well, let's hope
Possible.
that they're cracking lacking.
It will
Oh,
be
honest.
well fed,
Ugh.
unfortunately.
We ride into town in silence after that terrible joke.
Hey, Jacob, maybe they have more books. Do you think that what else do you like to read besides Captain Underpants?
What?
Sorry, I was just gonna mention that we still have the Spider-Man comics and whatnot too. For
No, I just thought he might want something new.
fresh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't honestly read a whole lot.
Oh, well, maybe we'll find something.
That is now the American pastime.
I think
Well,
Well,
we don't have time for
we
that.
The last time there was a
technically
baseball
probably play
game, a
that.
dude walked out of a portal. So
Fair point. Actually,
I thought that was a sports ball game.
no, that was baseball.
that was baseball.
It was
I'm pretty
absolutely
sure it
baseball.
said sports ball.
All right. Well, I think first stop maybe to the inn,
and then
book a room, drop off some stuff, and then take the horses to the farrier.
Yeah. Sounds reasonable. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should just go straight to the farrier. That way, in case something goes off, we still have all of our shit. I don't know. I'm a little.
I mean, if
distrustful.
I'm gonna be working on stuff there, it's gonna take me a while. So
Yeah, true.
you guys would be better off doing other stuff around town while I'm silvering stuff.
I assume we've been checking the horses like every day, right?
Oh, every time we
so-
stop.
so it's
every
not-
time we stop, we
Yeah.
check horses.
So it's not like, whoops, this one looks like it threw a shoe like 3 miles ago.
All right. So you guys make your way. We settled on farrier or hotel first.
I think so.
Hotel Holiday Inn.
One of those-
We would know if the horse is needed.
I mean, the shoes are
Reshoeing.
getting worn. It wouldn't hurt to replace them.
All right, cool. I think it's worth ditching a good chunk of our stuff.
And Elliot
First.
says, I could do it, but I only do about 3 horses a day, and that's not while we're traveling. A good shoer could do all of them in one day.
Yeah.
So you guys basically head due north, whopping 6 blocks.
So the other end of town.
Yeah.
Are we uptown or downtown?
And you
Does it
find
matter?
yourselves on Park Avenue, which is also Highway 40, which is also
Main Street, I think.
yeah. And I lied. I apologize to any of our listeners in Kremlin. They have more paved roads than I thought they did.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Okay, cool.
They're getting
Apologies.
big from the
They
last
started
time I was
paving at
there.
Grand Avenue.
Oh.
Grand Avenue, Eagle Avenue, and then Park Avenue are all paved.
Oh.
Yeah, we got 6 paved roads. 5 paved roads.
Fancy.
But it's also pretty obvious that you hit the highway because CDOT's in charge of the highway. The paving quality is noticeably different. I'm not going to necessarily say
Harsh.
better, but it is
It's
noticeably
CDOT.
different when you hit the highway. There's like painted lines and stuff. Again, I don't say any of this to bash, just facts. And 1 block due west, you guys find yourselves at the Blue River Inn. And you can see the Blue River Inn has got they've kind of made a makeshift stables out of the building next door. It used to be an auto repair shop. Not a lot of need for that anymore. So you can see that they have wheeled all the vehicles they could out of the way. And it's not what you would consider like great stables. There's definitely not enough stables for everybody in the hotel to have one. But it's something. And it is a single store, 2-story building with a big old red hotel sign up front.
Figured the sign would be blue.
Yeah, we think so.
It's probably a historical site now because it's been up since the 60s or some nonsense like that.
Honestly,
Not that I know any towns that do that.
and it's got a couple of cutesy little shops on the first floor. So there's a florist, a haberdasher, And then, yeah, like I say, next door they've taken their auto repair shop and they've turned it into a makeshift stable.
I'm definitely going to stop up at that haberdashery and get myself a cowboy hat.
Okay. So you guys go into the hotel?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
There is a young blonde man behind the counter. Looks very reminiscent of the horsebacked rifle-carrying woman. And he says, "Welcome into the Blue River Inn."
Are you Chance?
I am.
We
Yeah,
ran into Liz outside of town.
Oh.
And she mentioned you by name.
Yeah, she tosses my name around. Yeah. Yeah, so, all right, you've already gotten the pre-qualification or whatever you want to call it. You guys are going to be in town then.
Yeah.
If Mom told you my name,
Yeah.
assuming.
At least for the afternoon and evening.
Yeah, we're hoping only to be here for one night. So.
Okay.
But
Well,
we
we
would love to book some rooms.
How many are you looking at?
Well, I guess the best question first would be, how are we bartering for these kinds of things? What are you guys taking as payment?
Yeah, we're going to need 6 beds.
6 beds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that'll
7. I mean, I
7
guess.
Oh, 7 beds. Yeah,
I mean, I
forgot
guess
about
Jacob,
Jeff. Sorry, Jeff.
Jacob can pull up
That's
a
fine.
couch or something.
Jeff's paying for his own bed.
With
Jeff
what?
has nothing to pay for.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, okay, Jacob and I will share a room, and I'll just have him pull up a couch or something.
We have a rollaway.
Perfect.
Don't have to make beds that puzzle.
And
This is
next
not a door.
episode, find out how will they all sleep in the inn tonight.
Really enough, I don't feel like that's very intriguing.
Adequate accommodations for a party of this size. We're taking barter. If you guys have anything worth bartering, we're taking. We're willing to trade in silver. We're willing to trade in some gold. Silver is the preferred though. Gold doesn't seem to have a whole lot of use yet. But we'll take it because it's, things are going to come back eventually, we hope. Gold at least used to matter for some reason. Yeah, we could work on the favor system. We've been doing a little bit of that, but we prefer save that for the folks we know.
Yeah,
Fair.
understandable.
We're
Yeah.
some pretty mean coffee roasters if you've got a place in town.
The folks over at the Big Rifle Cafe could use some help with that.
Okay.
But unfortunately, they don't pay for hotel beds either.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, give us a second. Hold on. We gotta kind of confer a little bit.
I need
He
to
goes
phone
into
a
an
friend,
NPC loading
please.
screen.
Just that circle above his head.
Starts going through his default animations.
Well, we've got some silver ore.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want to give up our silver resource though.
Well, that's true. If we
Especially
can
if we're gonna be doing some arrows with it, I'd like to keep some on hand that we
I-
End up needing
I
that,
agree.
yeah.
However, if all we end up of value, we unfortunately don't really have time to do the work. So if we end up having to pay, and if the only thing we've got was the silver, I say trade the ore off first
Mhm.
and keep the already processed silver for our work.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know much else what we currently really have to trade.
We've got those gold coins.
Wait, didn't we have somebody that could fix something?
Oh yeah,
The-
you can mend things.
Maybe-
I've got-
Maybe
I
he's
can
got
mend
some
it.
things
Well,
that
hey,
are broken
that's
and
something
need
we
quick
could probably
fix.
do fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Those are the only ideas I have on what we've got really to trade.
Okay.
Are we really going to want to flaunt magic stuff?
I have kale chips.
That's gonna
If
get
we
us
can
killed.
trade
These aren't
kale
stale yet?
chips, that'll be the best.
I've got to be honest, I haven't tried to eat them in a while, but I have them.
Those are now zombie kale chips.
I'm just so excited. Nobody landed on my pack at the cult place, so they didn't even get crushed.
Those went bad before you opened them.
Oh, they're fine. They don't expire for like another month. It says so right on the package.
I will turn back to Chance and say, all right, so we've got a couple of options here. I've got some pretty handy fixing skills. I'm real good at mending whatever needs mending. I would be happy to do some work trade that way. We do have some silver ore with us. Silver, like unprocessed silver. It has not been refined yet.
Bad joke.
I'm not acknowledging it. I'm breezing right past it. And we got some gold coins.
Oh, and
No,
if
but-
we're trading skills, I could give everybody some rudimentary martial arts lessons.
Yes. So, I mean, I would much prefer the work trade. That would be the easiest option for us, but we understand if there's not much around that is useful in that way. And it's truly like things that you thought were broken and could not be fixed. Like, I can probably figure that out.
Unless they're electrical. Nobody can
Oh,
figure
not
that
electrical, but
Yep, got your hopes up there, buddy. I saw it. I'm sorry.
Let's see if you can fix the TV.
out. Yeah, no,
That
that's
would be
not-
pretty good.
If the screen's cracked, it's like magic.
Well, we have. I think we got some broken stuff. We could maybe make that work for some of the beds. Got silver ore.
yes.
I don't know how to smell.
It's useful for trade with other people, though.
Cool.
Like, you don't have to smelt it yourself.
Traded in for silver nails from the farrier, whose name I said, Bill.
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 Bill the farrier. All right. Yeah, I think between what do we talk about? How much silver? Talk like a pebble, or we talking about a boulder?
Smallish piece.
Smallish piece,
We'll say
Yeah, a couple smallish
hand
pieces.
size.
hand size. Okay. I don't know if that's a lot or not. I don't know how much silver's in it. But we'll say that. And honestly, our back stairwell, the outside stairwell,
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been safe for a long time.
All right.
You think you can fix that? If you can get that safe, we'll call it square. You can get it at least usable, we'll trade it in silver.
All right.
If you get it safe, then we'll just be square. You guys can stay here.
Let's go see what I can do about that then, and we'll get back to you.
All right. I will be here.
Cool. Back in a few.
Oh, God.
I feel like you're having a hard time adjusting, buddy.
This town was boring before.
Now you can't even ride the dirt bike.
Can't
huh?
ride the dirt bikes, can't watch TV,
You could go rafting.
In
Yeah.
this season?
and then hike back.
Oh, yeah, no. Oof.
I'm getting farther and farther from home.
Very fast.
Very fast.
You know,
and those
you sh-
rafts are heavy.
You should try to organize. The weather's getting nice. You should try to organize a baseball game in the afternoons.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have enough.
Yeah, there you go.
I know it's not much consolation, but the rest of the world is not much better than here. If anything, this place is kind of
Honestly,
haven to what's out there.
I miss boring.
It's
Boring
nice to
is-
have a peaceful place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boring is not a horrible thing.
And luckily, y'all aren't trying to kill each other like they probably are in Denver. So
Yeah.
Yeah, God, some of the stories I'm hearing from there.
Well, I mean, it's Denver. They were all trying to kill each other before anyway.
well, that's
Sure,
true.
them city folk. Crazy folk. But, all right, let me know what you guys find with that stairwell. And I'll be here. Oh, hey, sorry there, listener. I'm still trying to learn how to drive. It's not going super good yet. But before I go again, Miss Mel and Mr. Elliot told me to tell you guys that you should go to their link tree in the podcast description and follow them on their social medias. Which is odd, because they should know that computers are broken. But they also said you should follow them on their Patreon, which is currently free, but will have some awesome bonus content coming soon. Also, I heard from Emery that we are trying to show support to other creators in the TTRPG space. So we will be showcasing more content like James D'Amato's Ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck to help show some alternative sources. And as always, the crew wanted me to tell you to support your local game store. Without them, this hobby wouldn't exist in the way it currently does. They also wanted me to make sure to tell you thank you for your continued support. We very much enjoy getting to share our story with you, and we hope you enjoy listening to it. But it's starting to get dark, and Miss Mel gets worried when I'm gone for too long. So, bye! Up, 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 up.
All right. So we'll go around back, take a look at the stairwell. Mending is only a cantrip. Depending on how bad the stairwell is, we might have to do a little bit of physical labor on this as well.
Hold
But-
pieces up and together to do the mending.
It's rough.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to do a lot of mending.
Do you want me like? Is this something like if with enough time?
Roll.
Mending takes 1 minute to cast. With
And
enough
it does how
time,
much? Like an inch or square foot?
a foot in any dimension.
So, I mean,
Basically, one break per casting of the spell.
Okay.
So if I don't know, I'm picturing of stairwells. If you've got like beams broken, if you get it
I'd have
pushed
to
back
fix
together,
each one.
you could do like one piece at
individually.
a time.
I'd say with a couple of folks helping physically position.
Mm-hmm.
Knock out.
Okay.
We'll
So
say
we
it
probably
takes-
spent like half an hour
it takes
on this thing. And then, well, I think James, run up that thing. Test out its sturdiness.
Why me?
I'll run up it.
I'll do it.
I'm light.
I'm doing it. I'm just.
We should make
Why
all
am I
knock
the
run up
king?
it, honestly.
No. We need all knock
I
to
know,
help
Mel-
push
no,
things into
Mel's-
place.
Yeah,
Yes,
Olnok's gonna fee-fi fuck it up.
Okay,
Being-
fine.
like not falling off shit, so.
But that would test its stability and safety.
Okay, how about we start with me? If it works for me, then we go to James, and then we'll go to all knock last.
progressively
Like
get
Goldilocks
heavier.
style.
Yeah.
Just right.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Alright.
Test it out.
I'm gonna run up and down the stairs a couple of times.
A feather fall.
Yeah, it holds.
Okay. James? You're up.
Run up and down the stairs, and then I walk. Like pushing down on each step.
So, I like the music.
Roll
Which
for
is
squeaky
something,
stairs.
You
want me to do
Not
acrobatics
on
so I
him
don't, like-
surviving.
It's
the-
more on the magic
yeah.
side, right? That's what, like, if we have enough time, I can just cast it a shitload of times.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just
But-
see whether or not James just
Let's
eats
do
shit
a,
You want me to
uh,
make
stairs.
some
a
kind of
perception to make sure. Fine.
perception? That's not one of my good ones.
How about
Or
investigation?
you can do this.
That's not much better. Can I have advantage because people are helping me?
Sure.
Yeah, we're all staring at it, doing that whole thing where you look at it. puzzled,
Intelligence
like-
is not my spell casting here. I did not stat this character with that.
You can't insurance.
Well, I didn't roll well.
Oh,
10.
shit.
10. Okay.
Can
How
I
about
intimidate the
this
stairs
step?
into working?
Up and down on a specific step.
I would like to
Unfortunately,
persuade them.
It works as
do that
well
function.
as persuading the path did.
We're trying to stealth past a mountain.
Yes.
We'll say you
So,
did a pretty. You wouldn't necessarily.
If you let me use my spell casting modifier, it's a 12.
Okay. Ever so
I
slightly
didn't
better.
roll great.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't. We'll say it doesn't necessarily look great.
Yeah,
It's not the prettiest thing ever.
I just need new cold paint.
but
You
it's
weren't.
fairly
You guys aren't a
sturdy.
group of structural engineers, so maybe not all the support beams got fused back to where the original. There might be a little
Wonky.
Wow.
Tetris, like pasta noodles.
But
going on
everything's
underneath, but
attached and it's not
holding.
falling off
Yeah.
the building. All right.
Never trusted stairs. They're always up to something or down to no good.
Terrible.
But yeah, so you guys are returned to Chance.
Yeah.
And he comes out, he takes a look, he's like, oh, they look a hell of a lot better than they did before.
Wasn't
Yeah.
his name Chase a minute ago?
Chance.
No, it's been
Chance.
Chance.
It's always
the
been
whole
Chase. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I
Yep.
must have misheard.
I might have misspoke.
No, I may have
It's
misheard.
It was
Okay.
Chance. I wrote it down.
It's chance now.
Okay.
There's
Sorry.
a chance it was Chase?
Ha! But not a chase, it was
No,
chance.
I wrote it down. It was Chance.
Sorry, that's me.
Now that we've said his name a couple of times.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm not
Might
trying
need
to
might need some sanding and some new paint, but
Yeah,
should hold.
it's at least something that if things go sideways, folks can get out of this hotel alive.
Yeah, we.
Yes.
That's really the goal.
That's preferable.
Absolutely.
Weirdly, now that we don't have to worry about health inspectors, this all matters more because if you get injured, you might just be screwed now. So,
Stay that way.
so thank you, folks. Yep, you guys we got accommodations for you tonight. That's squared away.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate that.
Solved myself.
Haha.
Successfully. And complimentary of staying here, you get to use the stables next door.
Oh, good.
We do.
Perfect.
It's BYOH.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're happy to do the
Is that
care
bring
on
your
those
own
horses,
horse or
too.
bring your own hay? I mean, of course
guess
we'd bring
both.
our own horse.
I meant hay, but I guess both.
Oh, I heard it as horse.
Yeah,
I heard,
BYOH.
totally heard horse.
Yeah, of course, bring your own horse. What do I need to stable?
It is now
for?
B-
I
Wasn't
don't
gonna
know.
BYOHH.
Bring your own horsey hay.
Horse and hay.
Oh, we got both. We got enough hands to take care of the horses. We just need a place to put them. So that's
We don't have a
perfect.
stable boy or nothing, but it's at least it's a place that I personally lock at night, so your horses are secured inside, safe.
Perfect.
Relatively speaking. Yes. We do not guarantee anything. Because
Guarantees
there's some weird shit going down.
don't exist.
No, fair. Understood.
But
With that said, young man, if anybody ever comes up to you in a creepy way and offers to sign a contract, read your terms and conditions. That's my life advice now.
all right.
Read the rules.
Thank you, young lady. I will do that.
Sorry, I've been hanging around Elliot too long.
Gotta hand out the wisdom when you can.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll probably take our room keys. We've got some business we want to do in town while we're around people.
Just out of curiosity, how many rooms were you able to procure?
Enough.
Cool.
You got rooms that you're all going to sleep really comfy tonight.
Okay.
3.
Cool. Probably 3. That's
3 seems reasonable. With a roll away.
yeah.
They're all twins. There's 2 twins per room
So it's the
and
shiny.
a roll away.
Cool.
Cool. So you have lodged. You want to go to the farrier next?
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chance tells you exactly how to get to the farrier from where you're at. You guys are able to make it all the way across town. Up the 2 more paved roads, takes you to the edge of Kremlin.
And on the way up there, I'm going to tell Emery that farriers are going to have, blacksmithing equipment because that's how they do their job. And luckily, all the stuff they use, it doesn't involve electricity anyway.
Yeah.
So he's going to be pretty busy. So you guys should probably see if you can talk him into letting you do some work while he's working on the horses.
Awesome. Yeah.
Flutter your eyelashes at him or something.
That's my job. She's
Hey,
the
whoever.
deception. I'm the
Okay.
the-
Well,
Good cop, bad cop.
yeah. I persuade them. She deceives them.
if I thought it would do any good, I'd flutter my eyelashes, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to help.
Please don't flutter anything at anyone.
After
that's why
this
I'm-
morning,
That's why I'm hanging out in the back of the group back here.
And so his directions lead you directly to the school in town. That's you can see. The school's got a cool little mini booklet backdrop behind it. Not unlike, honestly, the desert here. It's very, very similar junction. Just short. But you can, it's pretty easy to figure out where this dude's at. Loud clanging noises, and a pillar of some smoke coming up. So you guys are able to find Bill, the blacksmith, and he's working away. He's got a coal furnace set up, a big round dish with a lot of charcoal briquettes. And you can see right now he's got his tongs and he's got a hunk of steel, iron or whatever, caught a hunk of red metal right now that he's stirring around in the coals. He's very focused watching his color on that right now. So he doesn't hear you folks coming up.
Hey!
I'll be with you in just a minute.
Okay.
He gets it to a nice cherry red, not quite turning orange yet. He pulls it out and beats on it for a bit. Keeping a real nice rhythm as he's going. Just tang, tang, tang. Hitting the anvil when he's not moving. Just keeping his arm going at a constant beat. Pop, 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 pop. And he makes it go from basically a square briquette to a flat hunk of steel. He looks at it. You can see he's analyzing stuff on it. And he sets it down. It's pretty well dark red now. He sets it on the anvil. Comes on over to you folks. Can I do you for?
We've got a couple of things. First thing is we want to get our horses reshoed.
All right. All right.
We've been on the road for a bit and figure it's about time. According to
Emery.
Yeah.
It's reshod.
Reshod. I'm not the horse expert. He's the horse expert.
That's okay. I'm coaching.
Got to keep the traditions on to the youth. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And beyond that, I was hoping I could maybe borrow your smithing setup. We've been, we know you guys have had some issues with the undead here in your town. We've been trying to keep ourselves armed against them as well. So we're looking, I want to get a couple of our weapons silvered and ready.
Fair enough. So let's start off with the business here. Reshodding. How many? All 7?
Yeah.
If there's any of them that, if the shoes look okay, they might need reset. But if I'm guessing the ones I've looked at are pretty wore. If you can reset them. If not, I'll trust the farrier's judgment on which ones need reset and which ones need replaced.
I appreciate that. Let me look at what we're looking at here. Before we start talking. I mean, a maximum 28 shoes. Because they only got 4 feet, and they all got 4 feet. You ain't got any tripods after this. That's good. So seen enough weird shit. I wouldn't be surprised if bipedal horses were a thing.
Haven't seen those yet.
Sometimes they fly, though. Keep an eye out for those.
You know what? Okie doke. Sure.
I wonder if those lizards had shoes.
I don't think they
I don't
did.
think you have to shod lizards.
Hmm.
Maybe
Oh,
they.
what, you shot them on? That's flesh.
Yeah, they don't have hooves.
Ow.
Maybe they had like little protective thingies over their claws, you
Oh
know,
yeah,
like they
the
do with
calluses or
cats.
something like
Yeah.
Hey, kids, focus.
Sorry.
We're working
Right.
here.
that. Right.
Right. Business.
He's already got one of your horses leg up. Up in his arm and he's checking. He's got himself his little. He's just got his file in his hand. He's kind of digging around, trying to dig out a little bit of dirt just to see what he's looking at here. He makes his way through. It takes him half hour to take a look at all the horses thoroughly. Comes back over and we'll say, we're gonna say he rolled 5 of your 7 shot, or 5 horses worth of shoes need to be shot.
20 of the 28 shoes need replaced.
So he tells you that. What do you folks got?
Well, first and foremost, I have some smithing experience. I'd be happy to do some work, help you get some stuff set.
She's also really good at fixing things that you'd think would be completely broken, but like,
Yes.
like super fix.
Yep, I've got that as well.
All right.
Other than that, we've got a little bit of gold and we've got a little bit of silver ore.
Go a little bit of silver ore. Okay.
So if you've got work that needs done, I'm happy to spend the rest of the day here helping you work through it while my friends are off doing
And
other business in town.
if we could you borrow the smeltering device? I don't know. I'm not.
I could
good.
refine what ore we've got too.
Well, I was thinking like if you were gonna work on our weapons.
Well, yeah, I'd have to. Yeah.
So if she could borrow your facilities for a short
That would
period
be-
of time for our own work, that would also be very helpful.
Okay. Well, you say you can fix stuff that I thought would be broken.
Yes.
Like what?
Like a broken pair of tongs.
I'm gonna say like I think maybe like I just like
Like if I was trying to, I got some knives that are cracked.
Oh,
That's
that's
the kind of
so
thing you
unfortunate.
fix.
I was gonna say.
I think so. Absolutely.
All right. You could do it without my forge.
Yes.
So I could be working and you can fix my knives somehow.
Yep.
All right.
It's hard to
Yeah.
explain until you see it happen.
I had a feller from Denver come through, swore up and down that he knew how to forge some shoes. Every one of them cracked. Now I could reforge them back down into a billet, shape them back out into shoes again. But if you could just make them shoes in one piece,
Well, I should be able to.
okay. Then they'll just need the grooves set in for the nails and the holes set. You ain't get that far. He broke almost every one of them when he was trying to set the first hole.
I mean, I've never made a horseshoe, but
Okay.
like I said, I've got smithing experience. I could. You show me where they need to go, and I can get the rest of them done. Too.
All right. Well, here, follow. He leads you back into the actual school, and you see he's actually got he's turned the main office area into his storefront, so to speak. So he's got a collection of shoes, collection of blades. And then in the back, he's got himself his trash barrel of broken bits. It's not somebody's a 50-gallon pail filled with scrap iron, but there's a healthy collection of broken shoes and knives and the like.
Yeah.
Also real quick, Bill, there's a bunch of us that don't have a lot to do, so if you need anything like shoveling coal, kind of drudgery, kind of heavy work, we can be working on that.
Extra hands, yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of hands to do stuff like that.
Or if you want us all just out of the way, out the forge.
Whatever's best for you, buddy.
Okay. Well,
James, would you be able to sharpen some knives and things? I know how you love sharpening things. If you
Weird
wanted
way to say that.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah,
have
I can
any
hone some stuff.
okay. That big boy there looks like he could be this packing, for want of a better, kinder phrase, gopher.
Yep.
Oh.
I lift heavy things.
Here's where I need some. Here's where I can. Obviously, a little bit of help at the forge. Awesome. If you know how to magically make broken knives not broke no more.
Yep.
Dope.
That's exactly the turn of phrase I would use.
And I thought you'd like the dope part. You seem the right age for that part.
I meant the magically mending shit, but yeah.
Oh.
That too.
I approve of the lingo.
Nailing the youth's
Hip
vernacular.
and with it, Bill.
Grandson's staying with me, and he don't get to leave now, so I'm learning a lot.
Is that was that what that whole "what could I do you for" thing came from? Because frankly, that was different, but charmingly so.
I'm glad it was charming. I've got back out at my ranch. I was a farrier out at a ranch before the folk in town suddenly needed me more. Back out at my ranch, I got a healthy amount of rebar. I use that to stick on the end of my billets when I'm forging them out. Which is a hell of a lot harder down without my attack welder.
No shit.
I've also got a couple more sets of tongs, a couple more hammers. I brought what I needed for farrier.
I'll allow it.
Folks are needing all sorts of metal work done. So I got my other mallets out back in the range. I got a decent stock of just scrap metal that can be forged into more useful items. If a couple of you folks wouldn't mind running out to my ranch, I'll tell you where it is. Grab that. That'll be awesome. Save me a trip.
Question:
Answer.
what else is up at your ranch? We heard
I
that
got
a
some
lot.
cows.
Well, no, we heard that a number of the ranches have since been abandoned due to undead and other people.
I haven't personally made the trip back for a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Did you want Jacob want to stick around here then?
Are you sure we should split up?
Get stuff done quicker. But
I
that's up to the group.
guess.
If your ginger-colored friend there can sharpen knives, that'd be mighty helpful.
He is good at that.
Maybe we help out and then go out, or I don't know.
That is fair. Like
I
traveling
mean,
in bigger numbers.
How far out is the ranch? Because
It's
run out there first.
a specific amount of time away.
that'll probably kill a good chunk of the afternoon. You're getting back pretty close to nightfall, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I mean,
That's not ideal.
most of you guys could go and then catch the rest of the work later in the afternoon, but then we'd miss out on some prime shopping time.
I mean,
Right? And I want to buy a hat, damn it.
You need one.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean,
Gonna get
I
sunburned.
When you
guess
buy that hat, bro, could you
I-
get me some boots, dog?
just in case there's anything out there.
I
don't know
gotta
if
carry
wanna bring
rebar, I
Jacob,
thought.
but
I mean, I'll be here. He can hang here. He's got his books.
just keep a close eye on him.
Yeah.
Hey, this place is a school. There's all sorts of shit for a kid to do here.
Oh, that's a fair point. Hey, go find some more books. Do you mind if
Yeah,
you
they got
take
a
book or
library.
two? Like,
Sure.
yeah. But
I-
wait, no,
I'm just
wait.
sitting on
Let's
the
stay
shop here.
close. Like, don't wander off.
Find a couple books
Mel-
and then come back.
yeah, Mel's like over here. Wait. Oh yeah, go find book. No, wait. Don't wander off. No, wait. Stay inside of Emery at all times. Or is that close enough?
Yeah.
How do you keep a close eye on a child?
That should be fine.
I don't know how to follow all these instructions at the same time.
I know.
Which one do I
know.
pick?
I don't know.
Oh, this poor kid.
I can go find a book.
Go. Just stay within sight of Emery.
Okay.
We'll get you a book before I get started. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. So we'll do that. James will sharpen some knives and then the
And
rest.
honestly, if you were willing to, I could use an afternoon off. If I show you how to make a shoe.
I would prefer to have the experienced farrier shoe our horses.
Okay.
But
They are
after that,
I'm not gonna ask you to put them on. The animal.
no, yes, okay,
That you can hurt the animal. I'm gonna put them on.
yes, thank
But
you.
if I were
Okay.
to give you an example shoe, could you make more of them?
Probably, yeah, yes,
They're not hard. This
Yeah.
is this cheap, soft, hard. I don't know if they harden them. Did they harden them?
No, they're
I think
usually.
they'd want them soft,
It
wouldn't
depends what you want to do with them. But generally, no, you can forge knives out of horseshoes. So
they? It's hard in a bowl.
Mhm.
But- okay.
and just
Yeah,
talk
doesn't matter.
talk me through the process. I'm pretty sure I can figure it out.
Okay. Because I could honestly use an afternoon off. I don't think I've swung the hammer this much.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
We had like 7 horses at the ranch. I'd have to ferry her down again. I have to take care of an entire town.
Yeah,
yeah, you definitely need an apprentice working with you.
Oh, all right, y'all. That's it. Ugh.
yeah, building muscle. Yeah, well, let's work that out. You tell these guys where to pick up stuff. I'll work on some of this.
Perfect.
Jeff and Jacob can read some kids' books in the corner.
Jeff.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's have the
Uh,
ex-cultist.
Jeff can hang out with him while I'm
There's no way this can go bad.
like nearby.
Yes.
Well, I've got my-
That's probably fine.
We can keep the NPCs at the forge with Emery.
Yes. No. Mel's trying hard not to be overly conflicted.
We'll do background animations for this.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I'll turn a page every 30 seconds. And somehow never finish them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's because Jacob's reading it to Jeff, and he has to sound out every word to read out loud.
Yeah. So Jeff can't help because he's never
Yeah, and then you guys can go grab stuff from the ranch and then get some shopping on. If we're not shoeing the horses right now, you could probably take them and get back faster.
Yeah.
I think we'll need to take them to get the material.
seen. And he
I mean,
points
we-
out
I ain't carrying that
the
shit.
horses with the best shoes.
Well, yeah, okay, so we've got 3 of us and 2 pack horses, so we can take 5 of the 7, leave the other 2 that he can be working on,
There you go.
and then we'll take those. And
'Cause you saw that he had he's got some shoes,
Yeah.
but nowhere near what he needs to do.
Yeah.
This.
Cool.
We'll just make sure that we don't leave the 2 horses that don't need shoes.
right.
Well, you guys go do that, and I'll just start.
Because no one in this group.
You're right.
Awesome.
Emery starts by digging through the can of scrap and just mending stuff back
So
together.
he watches you put the knife together and then let go and it stays that way.
You said magically
Whoa.
put it mending shit. That's exactly what it is.
He
Yeah.
hand it to James. James starts grinding an edge on it.
Yeah.
Like, little assembly line going.
Yeah.
He did bring out his grinding wheel. He's got the pedal powered grinding wheel.
Nice.
That I'm not good with. I'm good with like holding. Yeah.
Oh, that's not sharp.
Yeah.
It's just realigning the teeth.
You learn how to
You'll-
sharpen them properly.
You'll
too,
catch.
in
You'll
culinary
catch on. You'll catch on quick.
Really enough in culinary school, I never used a freaking wheel.
school. No, but you use
Use
like whetstones. Yeah.
It's the same concept. It's just
Do
a
the-
mildly different shape.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Anyway.
mistaken, it's even got like water in the bottom that it's like.
Yeah, there's a dozen ways they do it, but yeah, it's one of the ways. Someone was just no coffee can on top of the hole poked in it. You just
water.
don't. It would just kind of stream water as it spun.
There you go.
But yeah, there's a bunch of different ways they're done.
Emery's just gonna go ahead and get started on what needs started on here.
Mel's gonna
Perfect.
stammer through giving Jacob more conflicting directions before someone leads her
He'll be
away.
fine.
Leave the
Mel.
boy alone. He'll be all right.
And then, as far as the smelting is concerned, have you done it before?
I watched YouTube videos back when YouTube was functioning.
Okay. I can show you how.
I would appreciate that.
Because I am learning, Michael is learning some chemistry shit
Yeah.
that I did not realize. I've got a whole list here.
Yeah,
Shit.
don't do this for real.
No, this sounds awful. That's a lot of work that I'm surprised by.
Yeah.
To the extent of how the fuck did they figure this out? Like, how did they ever
Error.
discover this?
There's a reason we had a Stone Age before a Bronze Age.
Yep. But cool. So,
Yeah. But my work's not the interesting part
Nope.
here.
you get to beating the shit out of hunks of metal.
Yeah.
He is a fucking phenomenal teacher.
Hell yeah.
Rolled a nat 20.
Because he's
Hell
nice.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of roll a, what do we say, hint to learn?
Yeah. Usually.
And we'll give you a proficiency because you are a metal worker. It's not like he's teaching somebody who's never seen it.
It's major let me intelligence efficiency. So 30-20.
Dope. So yeah, he's able to show you quickly how it goes about.
I watched some YouTube videos. It's just the intricate chemistry bits that I'm not sure
This
of.
is the cast and melt sheet.
Oh, okay.
So you're learning how to make
That,
sheets.
yeah. All right.
And he pulls out. He's got the I'm sure they got a name. Basically calipers with the pointy bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he shows you how to scribe where the nail holes will go. He shows you how to use the horn of the anvil to round out the bar stock to make it horseshoe shaped. All the things.
Cool.
It's the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah.
Those are things he does. And he
Cool.
shows you how to make a prep up. He's got it looks like tongs. There's like a point on one of them. He shows you how to use that to hit it, put the divot in the shoe.
Cool.
And then he does some other shit that
Yeah.
makes it a shoe. And maybe he does or doesn't harden them as per the needs of these horses.
Yeah, he told me what needs to happen. I'm like, all right, cool.
And you're immediately like, fuck yeah, this is
Yeah.
my jam. I know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
And James is sharpening the fuck out of some knives. And the trio take off in the direction of the ranch he tells you to go to. And he gives you phenomenal directions because apparently this man is a genius.
Incredible at getting his point.
Yes.
You will take exactly this many steps, take a left, take exactly this many steps.
Shit, that's a paint you're riding, so it's actually going to take this.
And then Mel wanders off in the opposite direction. I swear he said we needed to go this way.
I've received those good directions from people sometimes, and it's so nice. Like, oh,
Yes.
thank God.
He's able to tell you cardinal directions and landmarks.
That actually exists.
Yeah. Yeah. Landmarks that are still there, not landmarks from 30 years ago.
Go north.
Turn left at the spot that the ranch with the red house used to be.
Turn right next to the cow.
Yeah.
Go by the porch with the stove on it. Actual directions I've received.
What
Turn
kind
at
of
the
stove? Electric
the
stove?
porch
Gas
with the
stove?
stove on it.
Fireplace stove? Cooking stove?
So, you guys want to do the shopping on the way to the ranch, or you want to get the ranch out?
Let's get that and get the horses back and then shop.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you guys head out. We'll say it takes 30, 45 minutes right time to get out there. 'Cause you didn't show up. So, yeah, we'll say it's like about an hour-ish trip out there. And yeah, you guys show up. It's a pretty cliche ranch. It doesn't look like Elliot's, but it doesn't not look like Elliot's. All the same things are there, more or less. It's got a barn that probably could have used a new roof probably 10, 15 years ago. And he's got a bunch of just stuff, and you can tell that's his junk drawer barn. He's got a nicer storage shed up near the house. He's got another small ranch-style house. And so you guys head into his workshop. You're able to find what he's looking for. He was an organized man. So it was a well-organized shop. Can I get a perception check for you?
12.
Oof.
Pass.
17.
Okay, Mel.
Thank God we said a competent person.
I've never been accused of that before.
Mel, whilst you guys are gathering up, unfortunately, you're grabbing shit that's all metal, surrounded by metal. And you don't think you need to be, so you're not being particularly quiet. You're making a bit of noise. Especially Olnok grabbing the rebar the guy. Olnok trips at one point.
Yeah.
Launches it across the shop. So it's not quiet. But on one of Mel's trips out to the horse to drop off a thing, you hear a door slam in the house.
What the fuck was that? Mel, who happens to be standing maybe next to, hopefully, a horse that she had been riding, draws out Elliot's machete because she's feeling paranoid.
Sure.
What the fuck was that? Guys, I heard something. Guys.
We see each other when we heard that slam.
She's just through the
Okay.
noticing you.
If we can see each other, we know that none of the three of us slammed the door.
Right.
Okay.
And you guys are you're in a work shed outside. This was from the house.
Gotcha. That's weird.
I'm assuming you didn't leave anybody here. We didn't ask, did we?
We didn't.
We did not.
I'm gonna grab my bow and get a handful of arrows out. Handy to get to. So
Silver ones. Just in case.
he puts a couple back and pulls a couple silver ones. He says, "Man, I like this quiver. This is handy." Let's go check that out real quick.
What if we just ignore it and pack the horses faster?
Well, we could do that.
Or if we could go check it out. Stupid do-gooder.
Well, he said he ain't been here in a couple of weeks, so that's weird.
All right, let's go do it. Grab my fireman's axe.
All right, so what, you guys heard a bang on the door. You have drawn some weaponry. What are you doing? Going
Walk
in
up.
the house?
Let's walk up to the front door, look through the windows.
All right. You walk up. You look through the windows. Let's have a fresh either perception or investigation.
Doesn't matter. But all right.
Ooh, nat 20, 22.
5. We're doing awesome.
6.
Fuck that dice. All right.
Olnok's vaguely aware that he's on a porch.
You're trying to look through the stained glass on the door.
Now, is this the front
Mel
porch?
realizes
Weird
that
looking.
Olnok's standing on a cellar. And Elliot peeks inside and he sees something moving around pretty quick inside this building. And he sees it see him.
Oh, boy.
Go ahead and roll it.
Good luck.
Dirty
That was
20.
a good one. 19.
25.
Yeah, he's always ready to go.
And we'll
Did you-
find out what that is next time.
Oh.
Oh, we're
That's it. That's it.
yeah.
Cliffhanger. Dun, dun,
That is a good
dun.
cliffhanger. Like,
That's great. The Theater of the Mind is Jeremy Arfsten as Elliot Brandybane. That's the old guy. Amanda Arfsten as Mel Kelly. That's me. Michael Bernal as Olmok Varger Johnson. That's the Wolfman. Michael Downs as James O'Brien. He's our cook. Kasey Weingarten as Emery Lee. She's the disco sorcerer and our conscience. And Mike Schock as your dungeon master. We release new episodes every 2 weeks, so our next episode will release on
November 10th.
If you want to follow us on our social media, and our website can be found on our link tree, which can be found in the podcast description. Also in the podcast description, you can find a link to Pinecast, as well as our referral code to get you 40% off your first 4 months of paid membership, as well as our referral link to Epidemic Sound. Pretty sweet, right? That'll also get you a 1-week trial period to this excellent platform. Music this week was sourced from Epidemic Sounds, who we are not sponsored by, under the Creative Commons license. The songs used in order are
Redwood by Rimmed Clong Soundtracks, Reminiscing by Stefan Carlane, Calming Horizons by Stefan Carlane, A Forest Melody by Telsonic, and Secrets in the Dark by Alan Carlson Green.
The Theater of the Mind theme, ad break, and outro were written by Mike Schock, very talented. All people, places, events, etc. are used in a fictitious manner. Any similarities to people, places, etc. are purely coincidental.
With the yoga pants conversation.
Yeah. That was gold, though. That worked out great.
I'm pretty sure that was in game, not like between.
I think
stuff.
that was
No, that
actually
was prior.
between-
Yeah, that was leading
wasn't
into it. That
even
wasn't.
started.
That wasn't
was
characters.
just a chat. you
That
guys
was
were having.
Downs being an idiot.
I'm
That I
sorry I
just thankfully
traumatized
clicked
you, but I'm
record.
not
Right.
sorry that I took
I mean,
the bait.
I walked right into it. So fair.
All right. This episode's question. What was your first heartbreak like?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Ah,
All right.
shit.